Today I'm going to show you how to make marrow and mung bean soup. I absolutely love homemade soups. They're really easy to make, they're much more tasty than cans, and they're cheaper and they're good for you. Marrows are in season now, so this is a recipe you're going to want to do this autumn. Before I go any further, I just want to say I know the title of this recipe does sound a bit like something Gillian McKeith would make, but it is really tasty and it's really healthy and good for you. You can buy mung beans in cans in any supermarket. They're really cheap and you just have to drain them and they're ready to use. They're really good for you, they're a good source of fibre and a good source of protein. So I'm going to put the oven on to 180 degrees. It's around gas mark 4. The marrow is so easy to prepare. Just chop both ends off. And then just chop into slices a couple of centimetres thick. Marrows are basically big courgettes. A couple of courgettes will do for this recipe if you don't fancy a marrow. This marrow weighs around 1 kilo. So then you just cut each of those into quarters like this. Just going to pour around 2 tablespoons of olive oil into a roasting dish. And then just spread it around. And then chuck in the marrow. Just put the pieces evenly into the dish. Now my little boy absolutely loves this soup. He's 2. If you want to give this to your kids but you're concerned about the seeds, which are edible by the way, then you can take the seeds out. Just scoop them out like that. And then you just roast that part of the marrow, or just use courgettes instead because they don't have any seeds. I'm going to sprinkle over about a teaspoon of dried rosemary over the marrow. Slow roasted garlic tastes absolutely amazing, so since I'm roasting these pieces of marrow, I'm going to take advantage of that and throw in a few whole cloves of garlic. Just nestle them in amongst the marrow like that. About 5 or 6 cloves will be fine. So that's taken me all of 5 minutes. That's now going to go in the oven for about 30 or 40 minutes to roast, and you'll know it's done because you'll be able to put a knife through without much resistance from the marrow. Here's my marrows. I've been roasting for about 35 minutes, and I know that it's ready because you can just pop a knife through pieces without much resistance at all. The garlic is so lush, it's a lovely golden colour and the whole thing just smells amazing. You can do the marrows in the morning and then just add them to the stock and other ingredients in the evening to make your dinner. That's the beauty of this recipe. So I'm now going to pop the marrow and the garlic into a saucepan along with the other ingredients. So I've got half a teaspoon of cumin. I've got around a pint, 600 ml of chicken stock, just from stock use. Hot stock. And then I've got 1 can of mung beans. Now, I did say earlier about mung beans, you know, that they're good for you and all that. But lentils are just as good, or any other beans, if you really don't fancy mung beans or think they're just a bit too Gillian McKeith for you. In they go. Pop it on a hob on a medium heat. You might have noticed I haven't added any salt to this recipe, and that's because there is salt in the stock cubes, and also because I am giving this to my little boy and I don't want him to eat that much salt. I just brought everything to the boil and then just let it simmer for about 2 or 3 minutes, and now I'm just going to blend everything up. That's about right for me. Ready to serve. So here we have marrow and mung bean soup, an amazing 200 calories per serving and only 65p. And that is going to warm you up this autumn and keep you healthy. For full recipe details or any other easy recipes, please look on my website, GourmetMum.tv. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you next time.